Alright guys, what is going on? I'm Tubby Emu. Do me a huge favor if you guys could. Hit that like button for question and answer. Go to my Facebook and Twitter, facebook.com/Tubby Emu and twitter.com/Tubby Emu. That's where you guys can ask me the questions. This video is being brought to you by Z Energy. It's really... That was a celery drink. It's also being brought to you by Mama Taj, the bobblehead. Alright, question and answer from Facebook first. What would your life be like today without YouTube? I would probably have to be in shape and fit to go to a job because, like, I'm a big dude. Like, I don't hide it. I don't do anything. I could change it, and, you know, I am working on that, but I want to tie it into YouTube before I make a huge life change. And it's something I've been trying for the last year to get companies behind, and so far only one's expressed interest. So... And plus, if I lose the fat, I lose Teaming Tubby Emu, and then Teaming Skinny Emu was already taken. What fun is that? Let's see. What would your life be like today without YouTube? I've always worked online. I've had 2 real jobs. I worked as a dishwasher for a year at a restaurant in my old town, and that sucked. And, you know, people always ask, hey, Tubby, get a real job, get a real job. Who the fuck wants a real job when I can sit around and do YouTube? Now... With everything you guys heard about the drama and the Machinima pay cuts, and Machinima didn't just randomly say, hey, we're cutting people's pay. They were overpaying people, and now people are getting paid what they're actually worth. So, yeah, some of us take a pay cut. But, you know, overall, it's going to be more like a job because now you have to make videos that are on monetized platforms and all that shit and stuff you really don't care about. So, yes, what would it be like without YouTube? I would probably still be living at home. You know, YouTube has changed my life in the way that I have, you know, not only YouTube money. Like, everybody thinks it's just, you know, about the money, I truly enjoy waking up, reading comments, you know, going on that stuff. Unfortunately, you know, even I only have 65,000 subs. I don't think I'm a big deal in the slightest. You know, me and Not As Fan joke when we're all like, oh, we're YouTube famous. Nobody actually thinks they're YouTube famous. Even the guys with 1 million subs are like, what does it mean? So I don't think I'm a big deal at all. But as far as responding to every single person, I can't do it. There's not enough time in the, you know, the day. One of the best things was 2 years ago, my dad was in the hospital, and we were on food stamps. We were on, I mean, that was how bad it was because my dad was in the hospital 7-8 months, and then YouTube kind of took off, and I've been able to support my family, pay house payments, pay their bills. That's huge. So when I get told by these little kids, go get a real job, my simple answer is fuck you. I mean, that's what my answer is. If you're 10 to 17, you think a real job is out working at McDonald's for $5.50 an hour, and how would that help my family? That wouldn't. So I have a real job. I love my job. So life would be a hell of a lot different. Let's see. Well, Biggie likes to enjoy the Shield. I don't know about that one. Why do you only do 3 to 4 minute videos? There's really no reason why I do 3 to 4 minute videos. I've been testing out a lot of stuff because now YouTube is no longer about you get X amount of views, you make X amount of dollars. There's so much more that goes into it. I've been testing a lot of stuff. A lot of the times is, you know, just shorter videos. People don't really want to watch longer videos. You know, you look at the longer videos, and their audience retention rates and things like that go way down. So you make shorter videos, people watch more of it, that sort of thing. What's the hardest part about making YouTube videos for a living? Okay, this is when it becomes a real job. Because before, if I put up a video and it got X amount of views, I got paid X amount of dollars, okay? Now, when you create a video, people that are on these new contracts and things like that, it's no longer about just putting out a video and getting money. You now need to put out videos that have good retention, good comments, good feedback, that get good monetizable rates. You know, I deal with a lot of companies now. I'm dealing with Booker T for an event, and a lot of people have been asking what this is. This is coming up. I'm not going to say anything for a couple more days. It's going to involve a few other people. It's what makes it hard is you don't know, you know, how much you're going to make. Like, say you have a set salary at your job, and say you make, I don't know, $15 an hour, and you know every week you're going to get that money. We don't know that. We get paid once a month, and when that money's gone, that money's gone. And so YouTube's not the easiest thing in the world to do. I mean, it's not the hardest thing either. I don't claim YouTube is super hard. But what's frustrating is when you put 5 minutes into a video and that video gets hundreds of thousands of views, but then you put, say, 8 hours into a video and that gets 3,000. Like, as a video creator, that's like, wait, what the hell? Yeah, more effort should equal more views, and it doesn't. And that's one of the hardest things about YouTube is trying to find a balance of how much work to put in, the payoff, the results, what companies to work with, what products to promote, which ones not to, because I don't promote products I don't like. I'm not going to promote shit that is just shit products. I don't do that. I promote Control Freaks. Why do I promote Control Freaks? Because I actually use Control Freaks. In my daily life, I use Control Freaks. So I promote them. Why do I promote PlayClaw? I use PlayClaw. I don't promote shit I don't use. So that's kind of a big one. Have you ever been skinny? Fuck no. No, I've always been a fat kid. I think the last time I was skinny was like when I was 5. My mom was the McDanager. My mom was a GM at McDonald's, so I've always been big because I've always ate tons and drank a lot of soda. So I was massively over. Like, I'm a big dude. I mean, you guys can tell, like, I'm a big dude, but no, I have never been skinny. And, you know, people say, go out and lose weight and go out and do stuff. I mean, it doesn't really bother me. You know, yeah, I want to be able to go on the rides at the amusement park. I want to skydive, but it's going to be a while. But don't worry, guys. That's something that's coming. But, you know, kind of like how CTFXC does daily vlogs and shit like that. Like, that's the kind of stuff I want to do. Another question. Tell me, who inspired you to do YouTube? Like, who is the starting YouTuber? I've been trying to do YouTube since 2006. When the site first came up, I had an account called Yeah Mike. I wanted to do an expose in Walmart. And then I wanted to do something called Fun at IKEA, where we go to IKEA, we film, we have fun, that sort of thing. And you know, when I started, guys that really inspired me were like Sexy Phil, What the Buck was a big one, Charles Trippy, you know, Dave Days was a big one, Jean Lajoie. Those are the kind of produced videos that I eventually, when gaming started in 2009 and I started doing gaming videos and then got partnered in 2010, I wanted to build up to have the money to buy the production equipment to do high quality videos and not necessarily just gaming like WWE and stuff like that. Like, I wanted to expand out, and that's where I see myself going. So when people say, you know, YouTube is not going to last forever, I know. But when I can go to a company and say, from scratch, without any help, I went from 0 subs to over 70,000. I racked up 50 million views. You know, that's job experience. That's, you know, you're building a brand, and that's what I'm doing. Now, that may be shitty, just 3-minute, hey guys, this is WWE videos, but you're still building a brand nonetheless. So guys that inspired me, Sexy Phil, Dave Days, Jean Lajoie. Gaming, I would have to say guys like Hutch, Nanners, things like that. We do a video of the Shield attacking someone. You're going to have to wait for Universe Mode, because Universe Mode, you guys think you know where it's going, you have no idea. Let's see. Who do you think Brock Lesnar will face at WrestleMania? I'm not sure on that one, to be honest with you. Do you think The Rock can beat Punk at Royal Rumble? I don't know if he'll beat him at Royal Rumble, but I think he'll win inside the Elimination Chamber, because I don't think Punk will have the title going into WrestleMania. What are your plans for the year? Okay, so my big plans are, you know, this whole drama about machinima and pay cuts. My big things were 3 things. You know, obviously, I want to pay off all my student loans, my car loans, things like that, you know, to build credit up in case YouTube fails and I don't have that source of income. I also want to lose enough weight where I can actually stand for 8 hours on my feet if I have to go work a real job at Target or Walmart or something like that. Because, like, right now, I'm a big dude. Like, I'm not going to be walking 3 miles. I'm not going to be out standing 8 hours at a job like that. I can't do it. I'm too fat. It's not that I can't walk. You know, I'm mobile and everything. Still fit at Disneyland rides, but the other theme parks, they're not fat people friendly. And, you know, just helping my family. You know, I like to help my family. You know, I've given them, you know, quite a bit of money, helped out. So, you know, I do YouTube not only for me, but I do it to help my family. Because if I didn't have YouTube as a job, I wouldn't be able to afford my apartment, my season tickets to the Timberwolves, my car. Everything about this is because of you guys. But at the same time, I've built it from the ground up. And people say to me, well, your videos aren't that creative anymore, original. Well, I started creative and original. I was the one that started building WWE as a brand on YouTube and the pay-per-view videos. And somebody says, Tubby, you're not original anymore. You don't do anything good. But then they come along and do the same universe mode. Everything that I've already done in the past. I think, well, Tony was the first one that did universe mode that I saw that was big. But I kind of originated that. So, like, now you guys that are up and coming, the biggest tip I can give you is don't do what we're doing. Do original stuff to get noticed. Because if you're doing the exact same stuff I'm doing, chances are I'm not going to promote it because we're competing. And I don't, have any problems with promoting people. I did it for Blackjack. I did it for Not As Fan, and I still do it. Working with Ghost Robo, I have no problem helping people. People think like I have this thing where I don't want to help people because you're going to get bigger. No, I help people promote people for content that I enjoy. And Blackjack 21, oh my God, that dude, when I saw his first video on Not As Fan's channel, I was like, that kid's going to get paid. Put it up there. That's money. That's money. So if you make content that I like, I'm going to promote it. I don't not promote people because I don't want them to gain exposure or get bigger. I don't promote people because a lot of times it doesn't entertain me. But at the same time, my videos may not entertain people. I still have a core group of audience that enjoys it. Do you know any other YouTubers in real life? Mr. Hurricane, Not As Fan. I've met a few of the guys like back in the day. Who was it? Kevin, one of the black guys from YouTube that does the Kevin Kraft. I think I met him once. Other than that, not really too many people. What is your all-time favorite match in WWF or WWE? Oh God, that's gonna have to wait because there's too many matches off the top of my head. Did you record yourself wrestling as a child? No, but I used to wrestle my pillow and rock bottoms and things like that. Me and this kid named Josh Sleazer at elementary school, we used to, out in the winter, we would make a ring out of snow, and then we would fight in there, and I remember that. We used to wrestle like that. Do you ever see yourself going into wrestling? No. Who is the best wrestler of all time? Best wrestler of all time. God, that's another hard one. I really like Eddie. There's a lot of guys that I think could hold that one. What do I think about THQ selling the rights to WWE? Here's the thing. I think other companies could do the game better, but WWE and THQ have done it so long that I think they've, pretty much done the best they can. And, in MMA from EA, their game wasn't bad. The mechanics were a little off. But if they do sell rights and it goes somewhere else, that's going to be probably a year gap before we actually see that game, whether or not they get the engines and things like that. So that could potentially be bad, especially for YouTubers when we rely on it. Your favorite food? See, being a faggot, this is where I get in trouble for food. It's a lot of pizza, microwavable shit, pop. Probably a really good burger. Probably. Who do you think is the best overall entertainer in the WWE? Best overall entertainer. God, who's a guy I really like? Lately, I just love Daniel Bryan. The way he gets the crowd. I've just loved his gimmick lately. I'm going to say Daniel Bryan this year. Overall in history, that's a way bigger question. I didn't really think about that one. What is 3/23/13? I can't tell you guys just yet. You'll know soon. It has nothing to do with universe mode or me joining wrestling, like some people think. Your most embarrassing moment ever? There's a couple. In middle school and in high school, I was in freshman history. I was sitting with a mechanical pencil, the one with the eraser on the back, and I was just sitting there, and like my eraser popped off, and then it kind of went in my ear, and then I kind of like dug it out. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I put it back in, and I went to dig it out, and it went in my eardrum, and I'm sitting there like, I have an eraser in my ear, and I had to go up and tell the teacher, like, no, sit back down. I'm like, what? He's like, what's wrong? He's like, you got an eraser? And like, I got shit for that. I had to go to the doctor, and they pulled it out. And to this day, that pediatric lady who took it out, who works at the clinic my mom works at, still has that in her jar. She showed me like 6 years later. Or else the other one was, it was really funny. One of my friends is running for mayor, a 19-year-old mayor, and he won. We were talking as we were leaving the school. I brought my tray of food out. It was mashed potatoes and chicken all king and a biscuit on there. I was walking out, and I was talking to him, and I ran into a pole that says like no parking, whatever, and my food fell over. He's laughing his ass off, taking pictures, and I was like, you're a douche. But that was really hilarious because there was people standing there, and they were just, it was pretty bad. KFC or Burger King? Ooh, KFC. Some people are so rude to take time about his weight and talk about his weight. Okay, here's my thing. When I get advice on how to do YouTube from somebody that has no subscribers, no followers, doesn't know how to build a brand, it's not personal to me. It's like me giving you weight loss tips. It doesn't make any sense. And that's why a lot of times I just brush it off. So if you guys see anybody that's hating on, if you're a loyal fan and you like what I do, just flag them as spam. Just get rid of them. Flag them. Also, my comment sections are not your personal advertisement board. I didn't spam anybody, and look at my channel. People think spamming works. Spamming is annoying as hell, and it turns off more people than you're potentially going to pick up. If you're complaining like, oh, I'm not getting anywhere on YouTube, this guy isn't doing anything to help me, it's because you're not doing well enough. It's annoying as hell when I see spam. So if you see spam, bad comments, just flag them. Don't even bother responding. Will Tia never go over WWE in your eyes? No. Not in my eyes. Who do I want to make WWE 14? THQ this year. Maybe to go elsewhere next year, but I wanted to stay there. When did you first watch wrestling? My dad, when I was growing up and I was a kid, my dad used to work the late shift, and he still did up until, he was in the hospital 2 years ago. So he'd work till 2 or 3 a.m., and he'd wake me up, and we'd watch a Nitro or SmackDown, the replays, in, like, the very early morning up until it was, like, 4. So, like, that's the first time I ever remember. My mom hated it, but my dad would always wake me up to watch. When do you think Undertaker will return or make his decision? In the coming weeks. He'll be back. I think that's pretty much it as far as question and answer goes. So, where are your FIFA 13 videos? I've just been so swamped, The biggest thing I can tell you guys, if you guys enjoy something I do, make sure to show it support. I do not get paid for likes. I do not get paid for comments or favorites. Half the times, I don't even get paid for other shit these days. So that doesn't do anything. That just helps and lets me know if you guys want to see more of it. Because if I see a video that gets 100 likes and 100 comments, I'm not bound to keep going, unlike the certain videos that get like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of likes, comments, so much interaction. That's how I gauge it. So would you consider doing a subscriber game with us on WWE 13? All right, here's the thing. Back there's like 4 copies of WWE 13. I love WWE 13. It's how I make a living. As far as playing online, though, it's not that fun. There will be times when I'll play online. The biggest thing I can tell you, if you spam your favorite commentators and like add me or tweet me or follow me or add my gamertag and you don't get a response, that's why you're not getting a response, because you're spamming them. And if I want to play with you, I'll post my gamertag. There's a lot of times on Facebook and Twitter like, hey, I'm gonna play NBA against subscribers. You ask any of the guys that have played me online, and you'll find out how nice I am. These kids that now the trolls are in the comments hating. I'll be like, oh, Tubby's a dick in real life. I met him once. No, I've met 2 subscribers in real life that found me at a WWE event, and they seemed pretty happy, and I was nice to them. We took a photo. I'm not a dick like people think I am, but if you're spamming, annoying me, bugging me for shout-outs, things like that, you're not going to get a response from me. If you're courteous, you're professional, you might get a response. And the one big thing I can tell you is when I started, like, I know Smalls would always give me shit of this, I had the chance to work with G-Unit and Fisticuffs. Now, how did I approach him? I didn't just say, hey, guys, give me a shout-out. I went to Fisticuffs. He wanted a banner, so I coded him a banner one time. And then he's like, oh, thanks, man. He's like, anything you need? I'm like, hey, man, I'd love to do a video on sports with you sometime. And he said, yes. Don't just go to somebody open-handed, like, I want a shout-out. Because I have no reason to give it to you. You haven't done anything to deserve it. And I think that's the biggest thing. If you're trying to do YouTube, don't expect anybody to do anything for you. I didn't expect anybody to do anything for me. Now I got 65,000 plus subs. So just build it yourself. So I think that's pretty much it. Facebook.com/Tubby, Twitter.com/Tubby. Follow me over there. We'll do more of these. If you guys have NBA 2K13, if you have Madden or Black Ops, those are the games I tend to play with people more online. WWE 13, I know it seems completely ass backwards, but my gamertag is Emo on YouTube. Feel free to send me a message, what game you want to play, and occasionally I'll go through my messages, find somebody, and then send them an invite. So adding me won't do anything. Spamming me to play with you, retweet you, follow you won't do anything. But if you're, like, hey, Tubby, hey, Eric, this and this and this and this, and hey, can I do this for you? I may be more likely to help or respond to you. So I really appreciate it, guys. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. Taj McWilliams Franklin says, thank you for watching as her bobblehead is going crazy. Don't forget, it's coming up. Nothing to do with Universe Mode at all. 3/23/2013. It's going to be coming. So thank you very much for watching. Good as ever. And we will see you all later.